About how good Horn of the Mark is for any aggressive creature deck. No, like, so like there's been some dots that have been unconnected here with this point, but hold on, let me think about this hand. Pretty close. I think I'm gonna keep. Like, whenever 2 or more creatures you control attack a player, this is a very hard condition to meet while also like having taken like a turn off to play a 2-mana artifact. Like, I could see maybe playing this in like a Kadolth Rebirth deck, but I think you just want some more damage and stuff. Like, I wouldn't play this in Humans. I wouldn't play this in Prowess. I wouldn't play this in Burn. What other aggressive creature decks are there? Thanks, Retro. Yeah, I think we'll play Soul-Scar Mage turn 1. No, I want to play the Channeler turn 1, because, like, if my opponent plays a creature that I'm going to bolt, I'm happy to bolt the creature. I'm not going to, like, upkeep Bolt their face to try to find a land. I'm okay missing a land for a turn to play the Mage. Okay, and I'll let them draw the card. They had them all to 5, so now they're on them all to 6. Graveyard this. Obviously, if we draw land, things are great. This is fine, though. And there's a land, and we have Delirium next turn. Yeah, I think that Kinra Spellspear is not as good as Sprite Dragon. I don't think it's super far off. I haven't playtested it. I watched Dingo play it, and it looked aggressively mid, so I don't know. I trophied 5 times with Station Breach Affinity. Okay, I'll take a look. Hey, this is a good way to pitch your brew for the PT, honestly. Hey, this is a catchy title. I trophied 5 times with it, other than, hey, Spike, you're looking for decks for the PT. You're looking for my pet deck for the PT, Spike. Come on, Death and Taxes, baby. Just play Death and Taxes, Spike. Oh, so you're blue. You're not kind of playing red. I've never. I've like literally. Oh, you're playing red for Breach. Right. Right. Of course. That makes sense. You can't just not play red. Looks juicy though. Oh wow, I love a Moxfield deck league too. I'm gonna download it. Alright, looking for a Mutagenic Growth, I guess. Can graveyard that. We can flash one back this turn if we want to. Need to, whatever. I think Kinra's castable through Blood Moon. I'm not sure that's a good mention. I mean, that is something. I don't think it's I don't think that that's very relevant though. It's a little relevant, but like your deck is already very good against Blood Moon. Like you only have 2 cards in the deck that aren't castable through Blood Moon, and you're playing Manamorphose, and like this is a card. 2 mana cards get in underneath Blood Moon also. So while Spellspear has like a little bit of an advantage there, to me it's not like such an important point. You don't register AK at the PT. There's a very real chance I do. I wouldn't register it right now, but it is. I think the One Ring is a huge upgrade to it. Yeah, after you carry Fuse, is it so you can cast the Oracle with only 1 mana left up to casting Breach. But you can't do that with Emery? Yeah, why not just play Emery? I'm confused. Okay, so up a game against Hammer. Very nice to win game 1 because they can sanctify the shit out of you post board. That's why we have all these chained to the rocks. Trim. Then like trim the Manamorphoses and then one of these. Oh, sorry, I'm only on 3 breaches, so let's keep 3 breaches in. I've been kind of used to playing 4. Which lands we played at Modern Dredge? I mean, you can find a list on Goldfish. I haven't worked on Dredge in a while. Yeah, I don't have any tech for you for Dredge, unfortunately, but I may work on it at some point during my PT test. I think that quietly might be really good. What are the odds that the true One Ring shows up at the Pro Tour? It would be so baller if I opened it and secretly kept it until the Pro Tour. It would be pretty sick. I don't think I'd have like the like I feel like I would just have to get rid of the One Ring. It's just like such a dangerous card to have. But it would be like if I played it as my like Karn the Great Creator tutor target, and I waited until I was on camera to like play it. Yeah, then immediately just no. If it's my Karn the Great Creator copy, I won't get DQ'd for marked cards. So like there's value there too. It's funny. Need to get a Arid Mesa with this, or sorry, Scalding Tarn. Sacred Foundry. Final answer. Final answer. Sacred Foundry. Holding it is probably right. I think if you could get like $1 million for it, then you'd probably be fine selling it, right? Your free $1 million. It's pretty good. That's true. If I win the Pro Tour with it, the value goes up. Isn't the offer like 700,000? There's like lots of offers, but it's like just because the offer is like the initial offer being 700,000, 500,000 means that you can get more. You know what I mean? You can get more. No, I would never sign it. Like I honestly, for me, I think that if you can get $1 million for it and be done with it, this is good. I think that like sitting on it and just trying to milk, I could get 1.1. I could get 1.2. This is how you become Gollum. This is how you like literally become Gollum. Okay, I think I hold up Dart plus Bolt so I can kill whatever they put the hammer on. Oh, but they have oh, I have to kill both, don't I? So do I just kill both creatures now? Because they have the Cigar Izzet trick. Yeah, I just kill both now. Play around like protection spell too. Well, if they have a hammer in their hand, we're toast. But they would have already cast it. I could draw it off the Sentinel trigger. Hopefully whoever opens it... Although I could, No, I need to kill the Ornithopter now and play around protection spells. I need to sack the Steam Vince because I only have one. Sacred Foundry, I have like 7 white cards right now. Getting for a good amount of damage too. Hopefully they stumble for a little bit and we get to win the game. Simone, 7 months, thank you. Thanks for the congrats. Yeah, the card is... It is really funny that you literally become Gollum when you open the card. It's like... It's not really a curse, but like it's like a little bit of a curse to like... I can get more and more and more money and I can just hold out and I can hold on to it forever. It's like... It's like weirdly very flavorful, I don't know. Alright, change the rocks. I guess they can't necessarily equip, huh? Yeah, you also like the real One Ring. You could like legitimately get murdered for it. I hope I'm not trying to like put that energy out there, but like there's like maybe don't open any collector packs at your LGS. You know what I mean? Like maybe don't open a collector pack in front of other people. Is there a solid chance it never gets opened? Yeah, for sure. That, you know, just like the One Ring being, you know, gone forever. The card isn't gonna... Yeah, there's also all the conspiracies. I also, like, it's a... I was telling this to Esther yesterday. If I open the One Ring, my career is over. Like the amount I would never be able to escape the like Reddit conspiracies about it. Like if I happen to open it, my career is over. But I can just, you know, be a stand-up comic or something. I don't know. I can do something else for $1 million. Not that not that it's the worst thing ever. Like my career is like legit over if I open it. Yeah, people would still watch, but my chat would be unusable. My chat would literally there would be like thousands of normie conspiracy theory Andes in the chat. Thousands of conspiracy theory Andes. Was it? So I was planning on not buying any collector packs. So I'm just gonna try to stay away. Yeah, maybe they get over it. And then people would be analyzing this clip. People would watch this exact clip back over and over and over again. I keep that love there. Just sell it on the Hush Hush. That's another thing too. I think it would be impossible to sell it on the Hush Hush, or you would have to take like a significant pay cut. Like you'd sell it to someone who would buy it for less. Draw a card. Great time to draw the dragon. So on Facebook Marketplace, it's okay. For me, it's not going to be a problem. I just, you know, the poor soul who actually does open it. Good luck to them. I think I'm just going to dart them. Kind of feel like I'm getting marched, but whatever. Yeah, I'll be doing a Lord of the Rings PowerPoint. Not sure when I'm working on it. Yeah, they do have the barge. So thankfully I've changed the rocks for this. Could maybe chain first, but I think I could hit another chain. I could also hit Wear Tear and take the turn off to Wear Tear maybe. Although I can also put Wear Tear in my hand and just like maybe, you know, kill the Saga token next turn. Okay, well, I guess this was an option too. Yeah, the IRS is taking a cut no matter what, y'all. Unless you could sell it for like literal cash. Gas and groceries, huh? Gas and groceries. Yeah, you lose so many games with Prowess to the second Sanctifier. Not that we're like 100% dead here. We still have our hero Jegantha. Just in general. This is the card that gets you the second one. Yeah, I heard PayPal friends and family. Big brain. Save me, Jegantha. I should have played the Wooded Foothills. Save me, Jegantha. Save me. Put it deep in the tank. I guess they have March. They have March. They definitely just march this though, right? Yeah. What about second Sanctifier? Either my opponent is AFK or they have a March and we lose. So I guess we're hoping they're AFK. I also wish my iteration hit something other than 3 lands. Yeah, I'll probably do some drafts on stream. I don't know exactly. Thankfully, like, so it's a bit more time between like Magic Online release date and Lord of the Rings releasing than some of the PTs I've played in the past. Or like in the past, I had like a week on Magic Online testing to do. It was out a little bit earlier in paper. So we'll see. But when did Lucy leave? Okay, thankfully they're AFK. It's worth bringing Skullcracker on the board. I mean, we have 4 Chain to the Rocks, which also kill Murktide and Yawgmoth, which can be difficult cards to answer otherwise. We have answers. They're just not in our hand. Come on, second chain. We got you drew 2 Sanctifiers, so I should be able to draw 2 chains. 2 chains! Save me 2 chains. Guess I'm not familiar with 2 Chains' library of work enough to pick a song to play right now. I'm gonna get a coffee real quick. Yeah, save me 2 Chains, please. I summoned thee. I've been deck tech for. Oh well, I guess I'm back. Alright, post the link in chat. Bant, I'll get some coffee in a second. 2 Chains did not save us. Is Magus primarily for Titan? Yes. So that's what they had. Now they're attacking, which is interesting. What was different about this turn than the last turn? I mean, I have an extra creature in play now. I'm gonna dart just for the Surveil 1 Prowess trigger. I know, I guess this is my answer to the Nexus, but I also don't think the Nexus is particularly relevant, and this was nice to effectively draw a card. Lucy is back now. Draw a card. Let's go! 2 Chains! Why do you play 4 Patchwork in the Scales deck? Mostly because the card is very, very good. I would say is the main reason to play 4. Dude, do people not play 4? Like, I think 4 is, like, absolutely correct. No. 2 Chains. upset that I don't really listen to him. I'll trade. People usually play 2 or 3 and play worker. This is not something I'm like really aware of, that this split, but I'm sure some people have done that. I mean, I've been playing a lot of scales now, and I think 4 patchwork is 100% correct, and I would never play less than 4 after playing a lot of it. So, you know, you can play as many as you like. All right, put him to 7. They drew back-to-back sagas, which is interesting. We got some good draws here, though. They have to block the Jegantha. So let's Mutagenic Growth here so Lightning Bolt isn't out. Notably, they don't have a Shadow Spear anymore, which makes their saga like a little bit worse as well. I actually have a lot of good top decks here, and we don't have that many lands left in the deck. I don't mean to manifest a land. We only have 6 out of 34. Okay, so we can attack with both here. Jegantha is so broke. Let's go! What a game to win, huh? What a game to win. That was really exciting. I gotta grab some coffee. Although you've sent me the wrong link. This is like the edit view, so give me a working link. You can take a look. We are definitely playing against Neobrand here. So, do I want to just deal more damage so Gristlebrand is a bit worse? Gristlebrand's still probably kind of unbeatable next turn, but sure. No, this player like almost always plays Neobrand. I know, if assuming that my opponent's username is anything else, I'm assuming Living End. What modern deck you think of the best win rate in the Modern Pro Tour out of the Tier 1-2 decks? I'm trying to figure that out. We'll get around to playtesting some of the more tier decks soon, but I'm also like probably not going to say exactly because of the whole like testing team thing or whatever. I just have a turn 3 kill. Flashback does they can't draw 7. That was maybe correct. Thankfully we have lethal here. But it could have a shoal. What happened to the puppy? So I stood up and then she followed me downstairs to get some coffee and then was mad enough that my dentist is calling me. Hold on. Hi, I thought I texted you guys, but I'm not going to be able to make it today. Okay, I can't make it tomorrow. I can't make it this week at all. It's been very crazy at work. Okay, I'll call y'all like next week to try to reschedule if possible. Okay, great, thank you. Oh, not muted. Okay, that's fine. I didn't give anything out. I muted the notifications instead of my mic. Oops. I didn't mean to mute though. And my Twitch chat sucks. I hate them. Okay, I'm gonna go down to Breach. I'm gonna go down a Channeler, I think. Down like 2 iterations, 2 Manamorphose. Where's it crazy? It has been. I qualified for the PT, and I also like the real thing is I have a birthday party for. Wait, today's Wednesday. Okay, I thought my appointment was today. Maybe I could have made it tomorrow, whatever. But I have a birthday party for a friend today too. Guess we're keeping. Kind of want to keep all of this just to like smash them for like 12 on turn 2 or something. You think it's the best version of Prowess? I do, yeah. Oh, are we getting turn 1? Okay, cool. Although my opponent may just like... No, I've been taking care of my teeth, but... it's just a checkup. I had like a deep cleaning like 4 months ago even. Hey Athena, hello. What is happening? We are dying on turn 1. Which, if we're gonna die on turn 1, it's like, you know, good if you happen to the game around the draw, maybe. You just got all the breaches. Breach is so slow in this matchup. Your 3/3 iteration, Manamorphose. How do they win? It's a little bit convoluted. So I believe that the win involves Heritage Druid somehow. How do they? I can't remember how they. So okay, so what they do is, they put all the Allosaur Shepherds into play, 3 of them, and the Gristlebrand, and then they chord for Heritage Druid. And then how do they untap? I can't remember. There's a lot of different ways it can win. Sometimes it involves Mox Amber. Sometimes it involves Thrasta. Sometimes it involves Heritage Druid. I keep on 6? I guess I'm keeping on 6. Mox Amber plus Drum, yeah. It's just, I don't know, there's a lot of different ways to win there. But it's mulling to 5. Professor Onyx, yeah. There's a lot of different ways to win. Okay. I think I'm going to try to get Delirium, hit for a little bit more here if possible. I do want to be able to send the Magus, so let's try to Surveil into a land also. So we have failed to do Delirium or land, which is not ideal. Uh-oh. Well, this is a loss, huh? But I also may just, yeah, I was thinking if they just don't pay any life, it'd be hard to lose, hard to win. I didn't bring in like any Chain to the Rocks. I didn't find a land to play my Soul-Scar Mage this turn. Not looking so good, y'all. Yeah, Vapor Snag, MVP. So if I can find a Lightning Bolt, I can go. And my opponent blocks, then double Dart plus Bolt kills the Gristlebrand. But my opponent is attacking, so we... Do we double block and then double Dart? Yeah. Yeah, we do, I think. Are there any double loading screens for Modern? Yeah, I'll be doing a longer video on the topic when we get a little bit closer to set release. I think that my opponent also only plays 1 Gristlebrand, so this may almost just be a win. But also, I may die because my opponent can combo off. Should be too tough for them. Fading Hope? Ugh. Okay. Probably not the matchup we'll play against at the PT. Keep. It's a close one. You get to dart after damage. I don't know that Fading Hope was like on anybody's radar of cards to play around, but if it was, you would have darted after damage to not get your surveils, then sure. Hard card to play around. The Grazer tech paying some dividends for our Yawgmoth opponent, and they have the Colony Garden, wow. Much better than a Mana Dork here. Channeler's a nutty draw though. Do not minus the Grist in this spot, probably. It's, I don't know, could be fine. Guess you're not doing so good against a Bolt anyways. Another Swiftspear seems okay here, but I'm gonna graveyard for Delirium and Breach. Alright, let's just attack the Grist and pass, but a little bit slower. This Grazer cracked and Yawg, it looked really good there. Still maybe a not amazing matchup for them though. Okay, I'm gonna look for a Mutagenic Growth to combo off with. Although that's probably good enough to keep. Maybe it's a little slow actually. But it could set me up to like have a really good breach turn next turn. I'm sleeping Neobrand. See you in Barcelona. See you in Barcelona. So the Yawgmoth here, do I kill this plant token with the flashback dart? I think no. I think I'd prefer to have this mana. Okay. Still kind of looking for a growth. There we go. Ding, 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 ding. Playing against a lot of Yawgmoth today. Also, if I accidentally lose Delirium, my channeler dies, and to be a little bit mindful about that as far as this breach goes. But we should be having them super dead here, right? Oh, although I could also go, yeah, let me Mutagenic Growth my channeler so that that is no longer the case. I think Archfiend Dross is good in Pioneer. So I played Mono Green Devotion in DreamHack Dallas, and the combo was very, very good against Devotion. I think it's very good against creature decks. Maybe not specifically spirits, but against most creature decks. And I think it's bad against Rakdos, bad against the more interactive decks in a similar way that Splinter Twin combo is, you know, worse against the interactive decks. You know what I mean? I think that I also was talking to Doom a lot about it, and I think Doom, when he was here on Monday, was talking about it on stream. But the list is like kind of like seems like there's a few different ways you could build it. Ray's version was like I think a very good draft, and I think that you could also build it in different ways too. You could build it to be like more Rakdos splash blue instead of like blue black splash red like Ray has it, and you could also have it be just blue black, which I think is likely correct, but again, there's a lot of different builds, and I am very interested and excited to see how the deck evolves. We're just going to go Manamorphose for chain here. Okura, 23 months, thank you. Horrible control matchup, so bad I've thought about playing Swan Song on the board. Why would Swan Song help against control? That card doesn't counter their Planeswalkers or their Verdicts, or and gives them a bird. I don't know. Yeah, I imagine, yeah, like, you know, because Swan Song gives them a creature for you to combo with. I think you're supposed to board out of the combo in those kind of matchups. Yeah, I mean, Fable's really good, but, you know, it does make your mana significantly worse, and you play less utility lands, and it's also, like, not as good without Harvester. Yeah, I see, Swan Song to give them creatures kind of funny, but I think you should just go away from the combo against them. I do think this is the best version of Prowess. I do. Yeah, the combo is Archfiend of the Dross, and then this 2-mana enchantment that copies the Archfiend on an opponent's creature. That I can never remember the name of that card. Let's keep this on the draw against Yawgmoth. Yeah, my points on the roll to 5 also. Although maybe I'm overvaluing this hand because like my opponent is on the Grazer tech, so this kind of like kill your mana dork hand is a bit worse. Right, so almost always lead on Soul-Scar Mage over Swiftspear here, since you have to untap with Mage to get value from it, but Swiftspear will get value the turn after you play it, or the turn you play it immediately. Sorry. Yeah, thank you, chat. Metamorphic Alteration. Could bolt something or dart them. I think I'm just gonna dart their face. This way I can kill Yawgmoth for 1 mana with the dart in the yard. Also, pressuring Yawgmoth's life total is really important. Playing Archfiend, are you pressing to playing Sacrifice decks like Deadly? No, Archfiend, just like, you never die to your own Archfiend. You almost always will kill your opponent before, or it will die before you die to it yourself. Like, I don't even, like, know what situation you don't get to, like, kill your opponent with the Archfiend. Or your Archfiend dies. USA, I think, with the 32 months? You have to be playing against, like, a life gain deck. Oh, that's pretty gross. Like a dedicated life gain deck. Yeah, against spirits they could chump repeatedly, but like also your deck should be good enough against spirits. And Archfiend also triggers when they chump, so they lose 2 life. It would be at least, I would guess exceedingly rare for something like that to happen. Okay, so this will put them to... Yeah, we'll just put them to 9 here. Or should I 7? This way, Flashback Dart Bolt is lethal. Yeah, against Angels I could see it happening, but also your combo is really good against Angels, so it just will almost never come up. I would not worry about it very much. You can also like kill your own Archfiend with a Fatal Push if your opponent really is just stonewalling you so hard. Why? I guess against Breach. Oh, Shacklegeist. Yeah, Shacklegeist is maybe an exception. But again, I wouldn't worry about it too much. I would definitely test the deck for like the next Pioneer tournament I play, but that's likely not going to be for a little while. I mean, I hate the stupid. I feel like I'm slow rolling a little bit, but I don't know. In their Court of Calling deck, they think the Shell's right for the combo. We were just talking about this, so I think you could do. Make and I were also talking about this during the when he was here Monday, but you could be more red black splash blue than blue black splash red. You could play Cruise over Dig, so your mana's better potentially. You could also play just blue black and not play Fable, which I. How does that even work? Because you don't get that many untap checkers, do you? I think the Door to Nothingness is good. I like. There's several situations where like Karn for Door is lethal, and like spots where, like other win cons don't quite work. This is the second time I've been dinned recently. Yeah, I was kind of expecting them to maybe fix it this week, but I guess not. It's probably a load bearing bug. So they're not playing Obosh, which is interesting as well. Is the combo on Arena? I believe it is on Arena, yeah, but you don't have any Delve spells, so I think Doomake was talking about playing it on Arena, maybe. I'm surprised Doom hasn't already, to be honest. Timeless Lotus again this week? Maybe. I'm trying to play, I'm trying to, like not do any more than, 2 leagues with the deck, right now. Not as, a hard rule, but I think that's kind of good for testing. Just play a lot of different stuff at first. That's what I used to like. That's what I like to do very early. Why new Prowess guy? It's just not as good as Sprite Dragon. It's just not as good. I think the card is very cool. I watched Dingo play with it. That card is I know that card is really cool. It's not very good, and I think we all know it too. I don't think anybody really has. Oh, we're playing at Sacrifice. Let's go. I don't think anybody really has delusions that that card is not suboptimal. I found the Silex deck on the Stream Decker, is why I asked. I think that was a Pioneer deck, I think you're talking about. So very surprised they're not playing around Bolt here. I guess they kind of, it's tough for them to do so. Don't want you to play Arena. I think they would watch you play Arena if it was the new combo Doom. I actually think that would be a really successful stream. I think people would make an exception for it. Right, chat? Inlet, GG, they go 9 months, hope you're doing well. Okay, then they evoke Fury, pitching a Bombardment. Ooh. Oh, but it's a Rebirth, so we can bolt it. I would watch, too. Well, no, sorry. I would watch. I would legitimately watch. I think I'm gonna wait a turn on the Breach. Yeah, it doesn't work on Moto because the enchantment is bugged, and it apparently has been bugged since it was released too. Kind of cool to hardcast Grief. Feels bad. I get Delirium though. I've got Jegantha. I've got a lot of good top decks. We're not so behind either. Yeah, I'm gonna kill the Grief though. With the Den of the Bugbear, the race situation could get a little weird. Sprite Dragon's probably better than the average draw step with this Lava Dart in the yard, although my Jegantha's not worth very much here, but free to put in the hand. Yeah, you should really stream it, Doom. I really think it'd be obviously not everybody would watch, but who cares? I really think it would be an important stream. Okay, so if I flashback Lava Dart here, my main double kills my Sprite Dragon. But on my opponent's turn, it wouldn't. I like bidding Sprite because Lander's spell was a good draw there. I mean, this is like an above average spell to draw though. You want to keep, you always want to keep above average spell to draw in this spot, I think. Active player, non-active player. It still dies though. It still dies, so I'm not gonna dart yet. May get Tomb of Aramid. They're dead to Bolt. They're dead to. I mean, yeah, dead to Bolt, dead to Breach probably. So if my opponent, yeah, I guess I have to upkeep Dart next turn. If they hold up Tomb, I'm surprised. Did they draw Bombardment? They drew second Mayhem Devil. So do I have to Dart now? I guess I have to Dart now so my Mage doesn't die. But I really need the Surveil looking for a burn spell. I need to get them to 3. Although this is bad if their last card is like a second fetch land. Oh no, they can kill my Channeler. They can kill my Channeler by just the one fetch land. Damn it. Yeah, this was a big punt. Yeah, big punt. I don't know why I thought the Channeler was like untouchable here. Can still win. Not with that basic mountain though. Although them cracking the Mire does mean that a Lava Dart is now lethal too, so they're dead to Breach. I only have one more Bolt in the deck though. Breach, Bolt, Dart. Basic Mountain. We're also like very dead to this next turn immediately. We only have one more draw step. Yeah, see, we punted. Didn't matter. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Yeah, but I like Prowess a lot. I feel like it's pretty underrated. I think it's got like pretty reasonable matchup spread, while also having like so many nut draws. Okay, so against Rexac, not gonna change a lot. I think they're gonna bring in Path of Perils. I can just play around it. I think that's better than like trying to Flusterstorm them. I think it's the run back matchup. Could play like a Wear Tear. It's fine. Or just kill their creatures if they have bombardment sometimes. Or like kill their Mayhem Devil specifically. Keep a gas. You need to draw a threat. So I'm to 6. Thanks, Potato. So the fact we have 2 bolts is really nice here. They can't really scam. They pitched a Grief. My hand is like so grief proof right now. It's actually crazy. Just 3 pair. Just casual 3 pair. Missed tweet opportunity? I guess I still have it. I don't know. It's okay. And so they decided to trade the Feign Death for the Lightning Bolt, which is fine. Probably should got Basic Mountain here, actually. It's okay, though. Not a huge thing. Take Iteration? Yeah, probably. It could be, if they have like a Mayhem Devil or Ragavan, they might take Bolt and then trade Bolt for Feign Death, but I guess they have more discard, but I could draw like Lava Dart, they could have Ragavan. They have Feign Death or Snap the Expressives. Well, they can't get both because of the Bolt. Okay, so the hand is Blood Crypt. Street card. I think I want to use 1 Mutagenic Growth. I want to save a Mutagenic Growth so I can protect my Sprite Dragon from a Fury. Which they could have Fury and then draw a red card pretty realistically here. I want to get at least 1 counter. Amalgam with the deck tech. The Rhino Blues. I don't know. I personally am not a big fan of the main deck. Disputes. I think I would almost always main deck Leyline Binding or Blood Moon over them. That being said, I don't really play a lot of Rhinos right now. I could come to a different conclusion after a lot of playtesting, but I kind of feel like, to some extent, and this may not make a lot of sense, but To some extent, I feel like people see Rhinos players see other players main decking the disputes, and they kind of get like FOMO because main deck dispute is like so sick in some matchups, and it's obviously like a really interesting card to main deck. But to me, I would basically I always really like main deck binding sideboard Blood Moon. That's how I would almost always build a deck. I also don't feel like super strongly about it, but let's iteration since they have the bombardment. GG's. Well, they're not quite dead. Just trade this for Spyro Rider, man. So yeah, and I also think that like Archmage's Charm in the main, I would not. I'm a big Archmage's Charm fan. I'm not a huge fan of it overall. Replicate Repudiate is also like one of these feel smart cards that I can't in good conscience recommend, but isn't like horrible to play either. I would basically it's kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe this card's like way better than it looks. Like get a fetch land, untap, kill you is probably happens all the time. But again, I would be hesitant to lead on it. This is also kind of like the problem with like deck teching like relatively stock deck lists, you know what I mean? Where like I just have a way that I like to build the deck, you have a way you like to build the deck, and I don't know. Yeah, I would be on like main deck binding, sideboard Blood Moon, likely main deck Seasoned Pyromancer in some number over the charms, maybe not. I always like those. Oh, I would be playing 4 Fury. You have to play 4 Fury. Like that's not negotiable. Oh, they can kill this. They have to sack their whole board though. Like, y'all are, like, honestly out of your mind. Rhinos players not playing 4 Fury in the main, I think. Not worth swinging before casting Growth. It's exactly the same. There's no difference in the outcome because I have flying creatures, right? Like, there's not any scenario where this ends up being any different. Okay, GG. Like, how did we get here, Rhinos players? Y'all are so bored that we're literally main decking Dispute and Repudiate Replicate over any Furies. It's just so weird. Like, how do we get here? Like, Fury's an awesome top deck. It's like 0-mana interaction in your Cascade deck. What are we doing? Okay, let's get a prediction going. This is really for the 4-0 because we lost the Neo brand. Yeah, a 4 Fury is just so mandatory. I know a lot of people aren't doing it, but that doesn't mean. Like, you know, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't either. Thank you, Iron Pipan. You think 4 Surge of the main is viable in the deck? No, I would not. Your Surge of Salvations, your protection spells are your iterations and your Underworld Breaches and Prowess. You just overwhelm and like destroy your opponent with card advantage and Underworld Breach in the late game after they remove your stuff, rather than trying to reactively protect your stuff in a deck that they can't afford to hold up 1 mana for protection. White Chain Rocks Path to Exile. One of those cards gives your opponent a land, and one of them doesn't. Thank you, Apex. Appreciate you. Yeah, Fable and Rhinos is fine also. Like, you know, there's a lot of little flex spots there, but... Am I planning on testing with the tier 1 decks, or am I going full Spike Brew? I mean, I'll definitely test the tier 1 decks, but... Like, one, this is not the right time to be doing it. Like, I have a pretty good grasp of, like, which tier 1 decks are, like, good choices, or, like you know, what the dynamic is going to be. Obviously not 100%, but, I feel like I've got a pretty good grasp of all those dynamics, and we're, like, 2 months out with a new set about to come out, and... I don't, and that's also something that's like really good to be done with a team, testing like the established decks and like tweaking them, tuning them, hearing opinions and stuff. So like right now I'm definitely in test like the good off meta stuff and work on it rather than just misplaced Ginger, grind Murktide for 20 hours a day. Rob said, Otis, 9 months, thank you. I don't have a team already, but I'm gonna have one for sure. Interesting. Can I ever cast... I think I can cast a Breach. It's kind of weird, but we had a really good chance to find something. good here. Instead, I think I'm gonna block with the mage next turn and dart, flashback dart. Why did you lava spike? Get some glasses. This is lava dart. Can I go channeler, breach channeler, channeler? No. Graveyard for breach. The problem is, like, I'm already gonna have a channeler in the graveyard for breach if I block here, and I'm gonna be down 1 mana because I'm dart right. I have to dart right now. Although I get 1 more card in the yard if I do graveyard, so there's like a little bit of value there. Also, there's a chance my opponent just like doesn't choose to attack. I have to attack with this with my channeler, then I play second channeler this next turn, which is kind of interesting. I can also like YOLO and look for Bauble next turn. I like being there mostly trying to find lands. Well, finding lands doesn't seem very good because there's a Blood Moon in play, so like that doesn't unlock my iteration ever. I need to find Manamorphose to unlock the iteration. And like if I find extra lands, I don't have anything to do with it with the breach either. I've been trying to find Manamorphose is okay, maybe. Okay, so am I desperate enough to cast this channeler and the breach? They have 1 card in their hand. Yeah, I guess not. I guess I'm just gonna play the second channeler and put myself in a spot where I can like dig for a bolt, potentially get another draw step, maybe draw a land for turn, and like dig for Manamorphose, although it's not great either way, really. Well, good beats. Looking to draw like Manamorphose into stuff. Or just another breach maybe. Only have 1 more in the deck though. Okay. Tank, play the last land. They're really taking on the attack, right? Unless Rectos today? Really? I think this is the first... We played against Rectos Scam, or Sacrifice. And then I think this is the only other time we played against Scam today. Maybe I'm misremembering. I think this is actually the first time we played against like traditional Scam. Snapping the block off. I think I'm playing around Undying spell more than I'm playing around Ragavan because they have more Undying spells than they have Ragavans, obviously. Izzet says, now do you think playing the first breach was a mistake? I don't know. Maybe. I have the flashback dart for the other Ragavan too, also. No reason for opponent to attack there. Attacking there's fine. They did draw the other Ragavan. I don't think it's... I think it's kind of close. Got a graveyard that. We're looking for Lightning Bolt, we're looking for Manamorphose, we're looking for Bauble maybe. But I do a deck tech for Lord of the Rings Brew. I mean I can give you some thoughts, but it's just like I'm not gonna be able to give you everything because I haven't worked on the worked on building the cards yet. Ripping spells. Another Ragavan. Okay, we're forced to block here. And I think we have almost no outs. Maybe actually no outs. Game 2. I believe that my sideboard plan has also been like no changes against Scam. Which for a deck like Prowess is totally fine. Yeah, just run it back. Just run it back. Yeah, Hobbit's Tribal for surezies. For sure. Also splashing for Red and Sickness and Scam. I think that's better to play Blood Moon. I know we were doing that and like it's fine, but I think it's better to just play Blood Moon. Why not Chained? I don't know, like removal spells are like just not that good against Rakdos. Bolt kills every single one of their creatures. You can play like a Chained or 2 over some darts if you wanted, but I just prefer to run it back against Rakdos. How's Sprite Dragon been? At the very least, like people are really questioning the dragon today. I don't know if people have like just Kinra Spell Spear brain rot or like what's going on, but like Sprite Dragon is the best 2-drop, is the next best threat here. You have to play it. It's good. It's better than anything else. No. Okay, wait, was that a mulligan anyways? There was a little bit of lag. I didn't see enough of the hand, but it was maybe a mulligan anyways. Go to 5.
Multi-5 in this matchup is tough. Yeah, Iconoclast is definitely more fun. I think Sprite Dragon is better. It's like with Underworld Breach, you just have access to so many cards. Like the grindy value from Iconoclast matters less, and also good to like Breach, play a Sprite Dragon, kill your opponent, you know, in the late game. The snappiest symbols, it was just a misclick. Yeah, the 7 card hand may have been a mulligan though. Yeah, see, there's like just a little bit of lag. No, it was a keep. Yeah, no, this is a keep. I think it's close. It's a lot less close if the mountain is a blue-red duel. I think you probably still keep this on the play against scam because like it's just so hard to mulligan. I hate these blue-red decks look so bad we don't have iteration. I don't even think that that's true. I think I just mold 5, so you're saying that. To be honest. You also have like Underworld Breach also is like a really good card advantage spell, you know. Well, hoping the scam deck can't scam. We play 8 Bauble versus Bauble is legal? Who cares? It's not legal, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's not legal, it will never be legal, who cares? Yeah, this game is a tough matchup. Although Torpor would not help the matchup very much, I would guess. I don't know, it's like just to like the 2-mana answer to like the 1-mana combos, like well, no, what are we doing here? No, what are we doing here? Yeah, maybe we should have changed rocks. I don't know. I could be wrong about not playing any copies. Alright. GG. GG. We could do another Prowess League real fast. Could play something else also. I don't know what else I'd want to play. Could eat lunch. Could be lunchtime. I know the streams have been kind of shorter